Hey guys, today we're installing the ARB Deluxe brackets onto the STEDI Boost integrated driving lights into a normal ARB Deluxe housing. ARB have two different housings that look very similar. You wouldn't know the difference in size until they were up against each other. There is an IPF upgrade and a standard deluxe housing. The IPF upgrade is a thicker housing this way, and it's about 25 mil longer and a little bit higher this way. So the easiest way to tell whether our Boost driving light will fit your surrounds is this little adjustment screw hole on the top. This mirrors from side to side, so it'll either be the top left or the top right. When you open the bracket box, you've got a set of instructions here. You have two rings and all your offset lugs, your plastic lugs, your screws, your spring and adjuster screws. Inside here, you'll have your 8 plastic offset lugs. They attach the ring to the Boost driving lights. You'll have 2 springs and 2 long Phillips head screws. So they go together. That's the last thing that gets installed. And you'll have 16 M4 by 14mm bolts that require a 3mm Allen key. So grab yourself a Boost driving light. So on the back here, you have many different threaded holes. They're for all the different applications that this driving light is for. For the ARB Deluxe, you're essentially going to put the ring around it and the ring will snap into the housing. So on the back, you'll have a close look. If you hold this up with the screw at the bottom, so this, the cord at the bottom, the cord needs to be the opposite side to these little bunny ear screws. So they are for the adjustment screw and spring at the very top of the housing. So if you have a close look, you'll see that the threaded holes in the ring will line up with some threaded holes in the housing. That's the ones with these little divots in the housing. So the offset lugs, if you have a really close look at them, there is a rounded side and a square side. So the rounded side is what goes into the housing, and the offset needs to offset toward the lens. So you don't want it to go that way. The ring will be in the wrong position and these will look like googly eyes outside the housing. So you want that offset to go toward the lens and the round edge of the offset lug into the housing. So just go along and put the screws in. You could do this to both at one time. We'll just do it once on this. Don't tighten all the way down, just leave it slightly loose. So offer the ring from the front. And keep in mind, the cord opposite side to the bunny ears. And run the bolts down into the back of the ring. So just go firm on the bolts. So you'll need 1 screw and 1 spring. Put everything else aside for now. You don't need to remove this shroud from the vehicle. You can gain access from underneath the wing. Some vehicles have a little bash plate that you'll need to remove, but I've just got this out for easy display. So on this side, closest to the indicator, you've got a tab which is somewhat solid to the housing, so there's a couple little gussets that hold that. So that's the side that you want to get into first, and this side is the flexible side, so you can just bend that out or just push down until that locates. Depending on the side that you're doing, this side is the passenger side at the moment, you've got your little adjustment screw hole there. So that's where your Phillips head screw will go in. So you just want to drop that into place for the moment on the back side. Thread your screw down there and then just swivel this around until the screw lines up. You don't want to tighten a screw up whilst it's on the angle. There is threads cut into the aluminium here, so you don't want to cross thread and potentially snap the bolt. So just push the driving light forward until you're compressing the screw, and it means that the housing is perpendicular to the screw. So just with a PH2 Phillips head, we'll go in easy enough. Once you get it started, this thread will start coming out the back. Wind that down until that screw bottoms out, and the driving light is even within the housing, so it has a relatively even gap. Once it's on the vehicle, you'll find that if this is on a ute, they're typically nose down, and you'll need to aim that driving light up. Wagons are generally flat, but once you're on the road, this is really easy to aim on the field. You just need to go for a drive at night time, and with a screwdriver, it's very, very easy. You don't need to do anything from underneath. So once this is installed into the vehicle, you can put your plates back. Obviously you've done your wiring, but you can put all your plates back on the bull bar and go out just with a screwdriver. So that's what it looks like once it's in the housing. Like I said, just leave the housing in the vehicle. It's very, very easy. You can do most of it by feel. The hardest bit would be the screw and reaching over and holding the screw in place.